hello. Hope you've been doing alright. If not, it's okay too. In our last episode, we beat the Spire with the Ironclad, getting the Ruby achievement, and we defeated the Crow without taking any damage, getting us the perfect achievement. Now, it's time to tackle the Spire with the Silent, the deadly huntress from the Foglands. Eradicates foes with daggers and poison. With the Ring of the Snake. Hey, that's us. At the start of each combat, we draw 2 additional cards. Let us embark. Greetings. I am Niao. Reach the boss to receive more blessings. I really like this start. Makes the first couple fights very easy. Now, the Silent does start with less health than the other characters, which makes max HP good, but I'm just gonna take the easy fights. Now let's check the map. Looks like we're gonna be fighting as a ghost. This path right here, you get the events. You also get the choice of a campfire. I think we're gonna be going down this path. We will be fighting a boss. Be a little dangerous. That one. Secret little pro tip. If we can fight a boss with this relic, the boss will also have 1 HP. So if we get lucky on this path, we might be able to do that. Actually, no. This is going to take us 3. If we start here, then go through this route, we will be able to do it. And we will be wasting a little bit of a shot because we're not going to make gold. Well, let's just do it. And now you can see we just do that. And easy fight. Got an artifact. Now, we could be doing a poison build. Very strong build. Well Laid Plans is a very good card. Outmaneuver is pretty slow. I'm gonna take the fumes. Let's see if we can get anything. We could get a second Noxious Fumes. I don't think that would be worth it. All-out attack can be very good. We have very little gold. I don't think we have any cards urgent to be removed. So for now, let's just save our gold. 1 gold saved is 1 gold earned, as the saying goes. Now, we find a shining light. We find a shimmering mass of light encompassing the center of the room. Its warm glow and enchanting patterns invite you in. Definitely gonna take. As you walk through the light, you notice that the light is absorbed into you. It's scorching hot. However, the pain quickly recedes. You feel invigorated, as though you received a well-deserved slap. Let's check this. Stop again. Probably not gonna have enough. I would love to have some of these items. Orange pellets can be very useful for a specific build with the Silent, but now I'm just gonna skip it and we'll see what happens later. You come across an inconspicuous pedestal with a shining gold idol sitting peacefully atop. It looks incredibly valuable. You sure don't see any traps nearby. Let's take it. As you grab the idol and stow it away, a giant boulder smashes through the ceiling into the ground next to you. You realize that this floor is slanted downwards as the boulder starts to roll towards you. 17 damage does hurt. An injury would be bad for our deck, and losing max HP, especially this early, is very bad. Now, I'm just gonna take the damage. We'll be able to heal later. You throw yourself at the boulder with everything you have. When the dust clears, you can make a safe way out. Now we get to fight the boss. You'll see he only has 1 HP, or 9 with the block, but we should just be able to one-shot him. And we get War Paint, which will be upgrading our blocks. A regen potion, very useful. Adrenaline is a great card, always useful. I'm just gonna take the adrenaline. You walk into a room to find a large hole in the ground. As you approach the hole, an enormous serpent creature appears from within. Oh, hello, hello. What have we got here? Hello, adventurer. I ask a simple question. The most fulfilling of lives is that in which you can buy anything. Do you agree? Now we can agree to gain gold and become cursed. Because removal costs 75, I'm gonna take it, and then we can just get rid of it. Now we're getting a little low on HP, so I think resting is the smart move. Nice and healthy again. Now, this is great because we're actually going to be able to fight 2 bosses with Nia's Lament. So we get really easy relics. 27 gold and preserved insect. Enemies in elite combat have 25% less HP. That would be super good against this guy, but he already has 0 health or 1 health, so we just one-shot him nice and easy. And we get ourselves a Bottle Tornado. This can be a really good card, depending on which power you get. And Noxious Fume's pretty good to start with. We get an attack potion, and we could continue building out our poison build. Piercing Whale would be good to get, but I think for now we need some more offense. Now we can go through this path and see what all these question marks are. As you make your way down a long corridor, you see a banana, a donut, and a box floating about. Now, upon closer inspection, they are tied to strings coming from holes in the ceiling. There's a quiet cackling from above as you approach the objects. What do? We can heal, but we already have plenty of HP. Get the donut for more max HP, or it can contain a relic. Now, like I said earlier, the silence actually starts with less HP than the other characters, so I think I'm going to take the max HP. We actually have a good amount of relics so far. You eat the donut, it really hits the spot. Your max HP increases. Now what's next? As you come to a dead end and begin to turn around, walls slam down from the ceiling, trapping you. 3 faces materialize from the walls and speak. Forget what you know when I'll let you go. I require change to see a new space. If you want to pass me, then you must grow. Now forget we can remove that curse. Transform. Now if you transform a curse, it will actually just transform into a new curse. So there's no getting around that. Or we can upgrade. Now removing the curse definitely seems like the best move to me. Satisfied, the walls in front of you merge back into the ceiling, leaving a path forward. You could smith or see what the question mark is. I think smithing would actually be smart here. So I can upgrade this power that we start with every game. Now let's see. play the fumes and block the attacks and do a little damage. Now we should be able to finish this guy off. Adrenaline might allow us to attack and do some damage. And then with the poison, he should die on this turn. Blessing of the Forge. This is good, but we do have a lot of upgraded cards already. Blur is a good defensive card, and we are lacking a bit of defense right now. I will take Blur. Blessing of Forge is good, but we do already have a lot of upgraded cards. And we can upgrade a card before the boss. Now 2 weak is much better than 1 week. Blur Plus would be okay. Now, drawing an extra card would also be great. But against the boss, I think having weak would be good, in case he tries to hit us with a very high damage attack as we begin battle against the Hexaghost. It's unknown what he's going to be doing, but he will not be attacking. So, let's just do some damage. We can save the adrenaline for another turn where we might need it. 36 damage, that's a lot. But luckily we have the neutralize to apply weak. Now he's only doing 24. And that block is not removed at the start of the turn, but he will just take away all our block anyway, so let's just defend. And we'll be able to get through this attack with no damage. Let's increase the poison on him. And we can block. In this turn, I think it would be good to use the adrenaline. We can block all of his damage, apply weak, and strike. Especially against bosses, the poison damage does definitely add up. Let's increase the poison, and we can play Blur to get some block on this turn. And for next turn. We discard the burn so we don't take that damage. But this should be an easy fight to finish. Block his attack, do a little damage. Now we can discard the burn again so we don't take that 2 damage. And you can see that the poison is really adding up now. We have 20 stacks. And we got another good draw to prevent all that damage. taking a little bit of damage if we can't finish him off here. But on the next turn, it will surely be defeated. With one final strike, as we receive the Ghost for defeating the Hexaghost. Burst can be very good with the right deck, but I don't think we have any skills that are too good right now. Adrenaline might be good, but a 2-card combo can be hard to pull off in every game. Bullet Time is good if you have very high cost cards, but our deck is all 1 cost or lower right now. And Tools of the Trade is almost always a good card because it gives your deck a lot of consistency. Now we have Runic Pyramid. At the end of your turn, you no longer discard your hand. Cursed Key. Gain energy at the start of your turn. Reopen a non-boss chest, obtain a curse. Or Empty Cage. On pickup, remove 2 cards from your deck. Now we don't have any curses. We could get rid of some of these strikes and defense to make our deck a little better. Runic Pyramid. Now this card can make your hand just fill up. But we have a pretty low cost deck right now. We don't have any curses, and this will give us a lot of curses. I think we can try the Pyramid. Now I've had some runs end because my deck my hand just fills up, but we'll see how it goes. So we begin the city. Now, like this path right here. Let's see if there's any good paths we want to take. Like the left. Okay, I think the left is looking good. The Chosen. Now here, we definitely want to play the block. Play Adrenaline, see what we get. We'll defend, Noxious Fumes, and strike. You can already see how full our hand is getting. And we also have this relic. Runic Pyramid may have been a mistake, but I should play through all our cards. We can get something with more energy, that would be great. Now we're going to want to defend. We can play Blur. Now every time we play a non-attack card, we're getting it dazed, so I think we should have a strike. I'm going to want to block and deal some damage. And you can see our hand is full. We are facing a consequence of Runic Pyramid, but we still got through the battle with no damage. Now, we don't need card draw. I already have plenty. This card can be good if we were playing a Shiv build, but it looks like we're going for poison. Now, a maneuver could be interesting. I want our deck to be a little faster than this, so we're going to skip those cards. As we begin to fight, Spheric Guardian. We can establish our powers at the start and do a little bit of damage. we discard one of these strikes, gain some block. Now he will block our debuff with its artifact. Let's just get some more poison and defend. The artifact also blocks poison, but we have plenty of cards to get him, so it's okay. Get rid of the strike. And we are also getting less block, which is not ideal. We might be taking some damage on this fight. Now, luckily, poison actually goes through his block, so we can rely on the poison and just defend. He'll be finished off next turn. We have nothing to worry about. Explosive potion could be good, but let's just keep our poison build going. Dagger throw could be useful. A deadly poison is good to have. Scaling the city, you notice a wall covered in the writing of ancient. As you try to wrap your head around what the puzzling symbols and glyphs could mean, writing begins to glow. Suddenly the message becomes clear. We can either remove a card, we have no curses, or we can upgrade all strikes in defense. So we get 4 upgraded strikes and 2 defense. That sounds good to me. The truth is always simple. Got a lot of gold. Could be good to vision this shop. Let's do it. Meal ticket. Whenever you enter a shop, heal. You may ignore paths when choosing the next room 3 times. Now that would let us get a campfire, but it's too worth it. 310 gold. Or we can obtain an additional copy of a card in our deck. Perhaps if I had an upgraded adrenaline, I might do that. Malaise is quite a good card, much better than you might expect, especially against certain opponents. I will get the Malaise, I do believe. And a poison strike on sale. I think our deck is actually doing okay with damage. We might want a backflip, but we already have plenty of card draw. I think for now we're doing okay. Noxious fumes. Weaken this guy. A block. And 1 more block. I'm gonna get more poison stacks on this guy. I want to block some damage. And we can play the tools of the trade early. Now the Mystic is healing the Centurion. We're doing a good amount of damage. We might be able to finish him off. With the 18 poison, we can do an additional 13 damage, which will be enough to defeat him. Now you can see how good the poison build is. The damage really adds up over the turns, and we finish this battle. A second regen potion could be useful, but we're alright for now. Paired in a deck like this can be good because it allows to just switch one card for another. And we already have plenty of card draw thanks to this runic pyramid. Now, do we fight this boss? Got a lot of health. The poison build would be good. And we also have the preserved insect. Well, let's fight. Slavers can be quite a difficult battle. As you can see, they just do a ton of damage. Luckily, we do have these blocks. But even still, we're going to be taking a good amount here. Can we finish one of these guys off? We'll deal 7 plus 6 plus 6. So he will survive. I think we're just going to prioritize taking as little damage as possible. Can't play attacks this turn. We can increase the poison. Definitely going to want to play some block. Because I want to be taking as little damage as possible. Now, once you get a couple of these guys down, they're not too difficult, but fighting multiple opponents at once is definitely not easy. Now, we might be able to finish this guy off. We need 21 damage, so not quite. Ideally, let's just try to survive here. He will be finished off on this turn. Let's just apply some weak to this guy. On this turn, we can definitely finish off this guy. Gain a little bit of block. Now, I definitely took more damage than I wanted to on this fight. But we got through it, and we got Plague achievement by defeating 3 enemies with poison in a single combat. Not intentional, but when you play a poison build, there's a couple achievements to get. As we get the Ting Sha, whenever you discard a card during your turn, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. Distraction can be interesting. I do want 0-cost cards because Runic Pyramid is filling up our hand. Sneaky Strike is definitely too much mana cost, and Backflip, we have enough card draw. Now, this path is looking good. We got an event and a fire. An old beggar, cloaked in fur, reaches his hands out toward you as you pass. Bear some coin, child. Now, I don't know if I have a card I want to get rid of, but I feel a little bad because I ignored the beggar the last time. So I think I'll get rid of his strike this time. Beggar takes off its cloak to reveal that he is actually cleric. You are a kind soul. Receive my purification, he screams. You're unsure if he is grateful or mad. Now, I could get rid of Survivor because it's like a Defend Plus, but it discards a card. But this can actually be useful if you have a curse in your hand. I think I actually would like to get rid of a strike because I have too many cards right now. Alright, let's see what this fire holds for us. I could rest, which I think is the safe play here. And let's see what this treasure chest holds. 1 dexterity from the oddly smooth stone. Actually, quite good sometimes. It does add up. Now, mausoleum. Venturing through a series of tombs, you're faced with a large sarcophagus studded with gems in the center of a circular room. You cannot make out the writing on the coffin, however you do notice black fog seeping out the sides. Now we can obtain a relic, and we have a 50% chance to become cursed with Wraith. I'll take that. And we did get unlucky. Now we have a Wraith in our deck. We push open the coffin. As you do, black fog spews forth and covers the entire room. Inside you find no body, only a relic. You take it and move onwards, coughing violently. Now, starting each combat with 10 block, quite good. And we'll just try to get rid of that Wraith at a shop. Well, sneaking past a group of shrouded figures, one of them approaches you. Got anything for me, friend? Please, maybe some coin? I just need somewhere to stay. I have treasures I can trade. He seems delusional, but harmless. Now we can rob him. That's not very nice. And we have plenty of gold. So, I think it's a fair trade. As we get Orichalcum. If you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. Oh, yes, yes. You're here, a fair trade. I do say that is a fair trade. And let's fight. the snake plant. Doing a lot of damage to us on the first turn. Luckily, we have our anchor. We can defend. Noxious fumes and block. And let's get rid of that. Get a burst. I think that seems like a good combo with the deadly poison. Neutralize. And deal a little more damage. And now you can see why melee is actually quite good, because I can reduce his strength, which applies to every hit of the multi-hit. Now from here, we do want to defend. We do want to play this deadly poison. Next turn, the poison will finish him off. Now, because of this runic pyramid, our hand is filling up a lot. We want more zero cost cards. Now we find a forgotten altar. In front of you sits an altar to a forgotten god. At the altar sits an ornate female statue with arms outstretched. She calls out to you, demanding sacrifice. We can get rid of our golden idol and replace it with a bloody idol. Now, this golden idol has been getting us a lot of gold. The bloody idol will get us healing. Or we can sacrifice 19 HP to gain 5 max HP, or become cursed. Now the bloody idol would be quite good. As you gently set the idol onto the altar, a cold wind swirls throughout the room. The arms of the statue begin to discolor and crumble. The golden idol begins to dull in color and begins bleeding from its eyes. Bleeding never ceases. Very creepy, but the relic is good. Mr. Snecko, he will be doing some snack buffs on us. We can get rid of our Rife. Let's do it. No. And save the acrobatics. We have too many cards right now. Play our zero cost. Now I would like to avoid this damage. In 1 week would be good. Now I wish I could play more defense, but you can see that he has applied that debuff to us, so we will be taking a little bit of damage. No, adrenaline is not that good when it costs 2. I think we should prioritize getting more poison on him. Although we will be taking 1 damage. Can we finish him off? We need 19 damage. I believe we would be able to if it weren't for him changing our costs. So, what should we do here? I think we just try to make it through without taking too much damage. And he will be finished off on the next turn. And we get a little bit of healing from our bloody idol. Now another prepared could be good, because we can't discard cards right now. By just ending our turn. And we can upgrade here. Another 2 energy would be great instead of 1. Making this cost 0 would be great. I think we should do that. Yep. Especially thanks to Runic Pyramid, we want as many cards that cost 0 as possible, so we can battle against the Bronze Automaton. He will be blocking a couple of our poisons because of his artifacts. However, once we get through those, our poison will begin stacking. Taking a little bit of damage this turn. Let's see what our draws will be. Got a good bit of block from those cards. We can play our Blur, so our block will remain. And let's just try to get some poison off. As he stole our melees. I do want that back. We do have enough block already, so let's focus on doing some damage. We'll save the weak for when he plays a strong attack. Now, if we can get these guys down, they will not spawn. And we want to get rid of his minions so they don't do too much damage to us. Get rid of this right. And can we finish him off this turn? But we do want to apply the weak. Taking too much. I could play Blur and just gain a bunch of block. Would be smart. Let our poison do its work. We do want our deadly poison back from this minion. As this turn, we'll be focusing on offense. We can finish this guy off. Do a little damage to this guy. And get a little bit more poison on the boss. Now that is a lot of damage. We're going to want to defend it a lot. We don't have too much mana though. Could finish this guy off. We had a little bit more damage. Let's see what we can draw. We're not going to want to be striking too much. And dodge and roll is a bit slow for this turn. From our discards, we deal 3 damage, so perfect. This guy will be being defeated now. Let's try that again. Perfect. We drew the neutralizer. That's just what I was looking for. So from here, we're going to be neutralizing the boss. Now he only deals 38. And we can continue blocking. Now remember, we will be healing after this boss fight, so I think we are looking quite good as he hits with the hyper beam. It's just like Pokemon, he's going to be stunned the next turn. Can deal more poison, deal more damage, and actually use our Tingsha again. Deal a little bit more and more. Gonna be keeping some of these. Actually play the blur and the deflect. We will be doing damage, but it'll be fine. Just keep stacking the poison. By week, get some block. He's dealing 24, but I think we might be able to switch over to offense. So we can end this battle. And on this turn or the next turn, we will be defeated. We drew a lot of block, so not on this turn. Actually, we do have enough on this turn. So now he's defeated. And we receive the automaton for defeating the bronze automaton. Alchemize can be very good. And we can just switch through these potions until we get the perfect one. Phantasmal Killer, we had the right card, but we are not running an attack build right now. And After Image can be a safe card, but let's take Alchemize. And our choices are the Calling Bell. We get a unique curse and 3 relics. You can get the Hovering Kite. First time you discard a card each turn, gain energy. Or the Snecko Eye. Start of your turn, draw 2 additional cards and start each combat confused. Now for a low cost deck like this, with throwing a Snake and Runic Pyramid, I think this would actually lose us the run immediately. Calling Bell, that curse it's talking about, is not a good one. Well, let's take the Hovering Kite.